What's happening? I'm N64 Josh, and we just got done watching the PlayStation 5 event. We got the price coming in at $399 and $499. I'm just trying to make sure the game audio is not too loud. Looks like it's muted there. There we go. Got a little bit. There we go. So $399, $499. Final Fantasy 16 is what we're seeing right here on screen. Looks pretty amazing. I'm doing this live, twitch.tv/N64Josh. Chat, what did you guys think? Are you stoked for the stuff you saw on PlayStation? I'm typically a Nintendo, Xbox fan myself. I'm pretty excited about this. I wouldn't mind putting this console in my collection, you know? I think it would... There's a lot of games I missed on this that I want to play. I've never played any of The Last of Us. I love the God of War games. I had played all of them up until... played all of them and completed all of them up until the latest one. And recently becoming a fan of JRPGs, Final Fantasy really does interest me now, which it never really did before. It is available on PC also. You know, so it's so funny that they say console exclusive and then have an asterisk. Like, it's a little bit of a stretch there, you know, a little bit of a stretch. Jay Harley says, I'm stoked for Final Fantasy 16. Looks great. Steel Sand Gaming, Spider-Man's going to be great. Spare Change, Miles Morales looked awesome. Let's see, anybody else? I know Pudding was losing his mind because at the end of the event, they teased God of War coming 2021. Probably one of the biggest surprises and one of the best things we saw from this, the games that are going to be available with PlayStation Plus, the benefits or whatever that they said, and that list of games is essentially the backlog I missed from not playing the PlayStation 4. So some really stellar titles there, which I think is great. It looked like a really great value, and it's something that they had to do to compete with Game Pass, because Game Pass just keeps getting better and better. Now EA, you know, the EA games are going to be on Game Pass. You've got hundreds of games. Microsoft buying up tons of studios so that they can get more and more exclusives on Game Pass. It was good to see. It was good to see. It's what's so great about having competition with these consoles. I get a little annoyed seeing third parties give exclusives to different consoles at this point in the game. You know, I understand the first party stuff, but I don't know. The third party stuff seems a little bit... I don't quite understand it at this point. You know, I really don't. But let's see. Nate says, looks like it could be Final Fantasy VII Remake Combat. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Anybody else? Chat, I want to hear from you. Are you guys... What'd you think overall of the presentation? Like, was it... I know I think it was Nate early on was like, Final Fantasy alone was nail in the coffin for going PlayStation over Xbox. So, I mean, you know, it's working, right? It's working, getting people to pick their side if they're going to. Back in the day of the 360 and the PlayStation 3, I had both consoles and enjoyed both of them. I've never really cared for the controller of the PlayStation myself. I prefer having the analog sticks at the diagonal like that, and not right next to each other. So, but that's just me. Overall, I mean, great presentation, great seeing Call of Duty, great seeing more Resident Evil. There was the Harry Potter game that was announced. It was a little strange seeing so many games that we already knew about. There wasn't a lot of new stuff. Demon Souls looked really cool. And Solo says Final Fantasy looked cool, but nothing has me running to get a PS5 in the next 6 months. Yeah, I get it. They did show a little bit of Fortnite running on the Unreal Engine running on the PlayStation 5, which is what their YouTube video is titled. So Call of Duty looked amazing. Like what was going on there with the sniper shots and the RC car and the airplane, like it would, you know, look like a pretty amazing action movie. So yeah, so they're checking chat to see if there's anything else. But I mean, look at Final Fantasy here. Like I've recently, like I said, cut my teeth on JRPGs with games like Xenoblade, which I mean they're great, but I mean they don't look like this. They don't look like this. They tell a great story, but I mean to have a game that looks like this and to have the story go along with it, this might be one of the first Final Fantasy games that I actually get into and play to completion. So we'll see. We will see. But overall, I think they did a great job. I love that they went like old school Nintendo Direct style at the end, and they're like, "Oh, we've got one more thing for you." And that one more thing was pretty awesome. And somebody in chat called it earlier. They're like, if they're showing Final Fantasy 16 first, then what, you know, what's coming at the end? And yeah, they nailed it. They nailed it. It was a good presentation overall. I like seeing more Resident Evil myself. I think that's one of my, like, that's a series that I've, you know, hold near and dear to my heart from back on the GameCube days. So but yeah, let me know in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact. What did you think? What did you think of the presentation? Has it swayed you? Are you going to buy a PlayStation 5? Are you on the fence? It's a little interesting time in gaming with you know, Xbox has the system that's $100 less. They've also got a lot of their games on PC, right? So it's a little bit of an interesting time. Like, are the PlayStation exclusives enough to warrant the purchase of this console? We will see. We will see. PlayStation also seems to be dipping their toes into the PC game as well, putting like Horizon up on there, up on the PC. So yeah. Deadly Forces, once Final Fantasy moved to real-time combat, I loved it. It looks like it'll be the same for this one. Yep, it does. It does. Let's keep the gameplay going here in the background. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for this video. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you're here live with me on Twitch, I do appreciate you. And again, like I said, let me know in the comments, what did you think of the presentation? Are you excited about some of these games? Are you disappointed you didn't see? Is there something that you feel is missing that you know, did you want to see more Gran Turismo? You know, what was there any games missing that you wish were here? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.